A man best known for his role in Law & Order SVU. The actor, the rapper Ice-T, now taking part in a new reality TV series. And Ice-T kind enough to take a few minutes to join us from New York City this morning to tell us about the show called The Peacemaker, LA Gang Wars. Good morning.
Hey, how you guys doing?
We're good, thanks. So tell us about this, because I always worry when we talk about reality TV, I tend to flinch and think, well, usually all reality leaves when we do reality TV. It sounds like this show, you're looking for the true story.
Well, that's why we're on A&E. This is more like a docudrama. What it is I had an idea. I said, what if I could get the rival gangs in South Central to sit down and talk and see if we could get a mediation. And I have a friend named Malik Spellman who does this. He's been doing it for the last 15 years. And I approached him and said, would he be interested in doing it? He said, yeah. Then I went to the networks, and they said it couldn't be done. And I said, well, if I can do it, would you have a great show? They said, incredible. And we got one done. A&E stepped in and picked it up. And, you know, it's probably some of the most riveting television you've ever seen in your life. This is far from fake reality. This is serious business.
Well, tell me about it, because a lot of reality shows you are trying to document reality and let reality happen. In this case, it sounds like you're talking about mediation and trying to create a better reality going forward among these LA gangs?
We're just trying to get them to communicate. You know, when you have two enemies, you know, it's just like having two mob families sit down. I mean, it's not that difficult. They rather exchange, you know, violence. So to get these guys to even sit and even explain their issues and try to get a ceasefire or get something is incredible. And in L.A., people think it's like the Crips and the Bloods, but there's hundreds and hundreds of sets, and Crips are fighting Crips. And it's, you know, it's not as simple as what people think. So we just go in and we find the people who have the power to make it happen, and we make it happen. And it's something, you're on the edge of your seat. At the end of while you're watching this show, you don't know what's going to happen.
Tell me about your background as far as gangs, as far as your path to where you are now.
Well, I went to Crenshaw High School, so I was affiliated with a lot of gangs. I never actually jumped into a gang, but I was affiliated with lots of different gangs, from the Rolling 60 Crips, 8 Trey Gangsters, the Harlem Crips, Hoover Crips. And, you know, mostly all my friends and affiliates were gang members. So, I mean, I made a career making music about it, the lifestyle coming from that. And, you know, when you make a success out of yourself, people say, well, what are you doing to give back? And this show is a way of me saying, hey, you know, I might be over here on Law & Order playing the cops, but my heart is in the streets with the homies that didn't make it out. And this is a way of me trying to maybe just start the ball rolling.
Now, maybe they could connect with you, the members of these gangs, but still, the idea of going on videotape, discussing about some of what they do, there had to be some way that you could convince them that was a good thing.
No, it was definitely, but you know, I mean, when you stop and go to the more old school cats, most of them been to prison and they want peace.
Right.
You know, so you have to just tell them, hey, look, we're looking out for your best interest. You know, you have things right now like called the RICO Act, and a lot of cats didn't want to be filmed. So it was definitely like walking on eggshells. But there were situations where I had to talk to people, and they were like, Ice, man, this is a dangerous situation you got me in. I'm over here in this other neighborhood, and I had to convince them it's going to be good. Then I had to convince my camera crew to make sure nothing happens to this guy, because I just vouched for his life. Well, you know, so
I was just going to say, you
got to watch it.
You sold me on it. It premieres on Thursday on A&E. It's The Peacemaker, LA Gang Wars with Ice-T, and we thank you so much for telling us about it. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Give it a look.
All right, Ice-T joining us from New York this morning. And Chris is back with us.